All right, welcome back, folks. It is April 30th, 2025. Let's start with the review right away. So, starting off, the market hasn't closed yet, but I'm just going to get the review done because I don't have time to do it later. So, starting off with yesterday, we had a pending play from this low on the 1 minute that I was following projections. So, when price was coming down today during Asia, I was expecting that to finish the projections out to 4 standard deviations, which was up here. Just go here and grab the 1 minute breaker out of here. I wasn't able to get my perfect entry, which was just a tiny bit below, but I got pretty close. It was like right here. And I wrote it from here to here. I'll go and watch the live stream. I put up some screenshots of it. I don't have the time to edit it today, so I'm not going to be able to do it. But yeah, from here to here, I exit, give or take, right around here. Then we started New York. Oh, well, I guess I should do this first. Hold on. So CISD is here on the 5 minute. Then we have, of course, sweepables here. On the 1 minute real quick. Let's zoom in on that. This is the first sweepable. So first bullet, and then this is bullet number 2 right here. And bullet number 2 went to a 2.5. It did reach 3, and then it started to turn around. So that's now on the way up. We did leave this bullet number 1 and bullet number 2 here during London. Bullet number 1, of course, failed, which was this high. The CISD got formed there, and it failed. Once it did, it created a new CISD to the upside here, and that one eventually ended up selling. So once that did fail, when this low got taken, my buys started being towards the short side of things. So I wanted to see lower prices at that point, but I was willing to take the second bullet of this 50-minute sweepable. This low is the first 50-minute. It did create the breaker here, so that would be quote unquote bullet number 1. I faded that because it was too thick of a breaker. And then it sweeps it again, and it did create this really dookie breaker, but it is a breaker technically. Low, high, lower low, higher high. This is like 99% of the time a fade, but I literally needed like 1 hour and a half to pass my eval that I was trading at the time with this. So I only took it on the eval, and then I'm getting stopped out. So once I realized price was clearly not going to be going towards the downside, towards the upside, I started to look for a short. We had news right here, and I rode way ahead of time. I'm looking for a 5-minute sweepable, first 1 minute breaker, as long as it's a A plus or A plus setup. And that's what we got. We get the 5-minute sweepable right here. And once we do, we swept it. And this breaker, although small, it is an A setup. You got IFEG, yes. CB, yes. So that's 2 points. Outside breaker candle, yes, because this is the swing low. And then close on the first time, yes. So that's 4 out of 4. That was the target. We, of course, hit TP. And then price then turns around and it's doing what it has been doing. I'll be honest, I haven't even been watching the chart prior to now. Like I was watching this from my phone roughly, and then I left. The only things that are in play right now is from here, there's nothing to play. Literally, there was just nothing you could have possibly play except for CISD to the downside, sweepable here, swept, and then it creates a breaker to the downside. So you would have used a bullet there if you played that, but then the actual breaker gets completely taken out. So then you're back to being basically bullish because there's nothing else to do. Sweepable here. There's a breaker here that gets taken out, and this is the second bullet. So let's go and zoom in. Second bullet would be this, which is honestly extremely thick. So I wouldn't really be wanting to take this anyways, unless I got a deep discount, like unless it literally retraces like down here and I just bought it from here. That's the only way I would do it. Now, to be fair, it is a bullet, not a bullet, a candle number 1, a BC play. So this is candle number 1 here. So you could have gotten a pretty deep discount if you just play candle number 1. And then your projections on this would be 2 standard deviations or 4 standard deviations. Now it's EOD. We only have 15 minutes left. So more likely than not, it would just be 2 standard deviations, maybe the actual high of the day. But I would just cut it off at 2 standard deviations just to make sure I get my TP and I can walk away from the market profit. So yeah, that's pretty much the only place for today. There really wasn't a lot going on today because it just kind of went straight down and straight up. And in this section, there's no sweepables because the only sweepable, it's CISD here. And so high, low, high, making this the one and only sweepable for the long side. Now here, the reason why this is sweepables is because we got a high, low, higher, high, lower, low, higher, high. giving us a new CISD in this section. CISD, high, low, high, giving us the sweepable, and then they get swapped, and then it gives us this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a rather quick review. We'll see if that delivers. Again, my TP on this would be more likely than not 2 standard deviations if I was actually to be on that trade.